Welcome to Spotlight On, the show where Broadway stars, celebrities, and influential people take a step out of the spotlight to shine it bright on a cause that's near and dear to them, and we introduce you to an amazing organization within that cause. Continuing our Pairs That Care series, I have quite the pair today. We have Sheila Coyle of Manhattan Dolls, and we have Andy Kelso of Kinky Boots. So you guys have a lot of time in the spotlight, especially between the two of you, I'm sure. Let's talk a little bit about your theater experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up right outside of Philadelphia. I went to Westchester University for music and theater. I actually finished my last semester on the road with Rent the musical. And after that, after a couple years of touring, I moved to the city and have done numerous theater productions regionally, as well as concerts and shows like that. And I have been with the Manhattan Dolls for 6 years now. It's a really great show that does 30s and 40s music as well as 50s and 60s, and we travel all around the world, which is really fun.
I'm originally from Denver. I went to school at the University of Northern Colorado for theater. I made my Broadway debut in Mamma Mia and did that for a couple years, and then did some regional work around town, and then did Wicked on tour as Fiyero, and then right after that I hopped into Kinky Boots on Broadway, which is where I am right now.
That's your home for the moment.
That's my home right now, yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about your grandmother, because you have chosen, Andy, you have chosen to shine the spotlight, both of you, on Alzheimer's disease.
Yes.
And your grandmother had Alzheimer's disease, correct? And this is a cause that means something to you.
Yeah, it really does. It's such a difficult disease, I think, for a lot of people, and I think that now, people are starting to talk about it more out in public, and get that word out there a lot more. But it's a really difficult disease, and to seeing my grandmother go through it, and more than that, seeing my father, who it's my grandmother on my dad's side, go through that, which is showing up to the hospital and she doesn't recognize him, and it's just a very difficult thing for obviously the person who has the disease, and it's also very difficult for the people around them. So I just think that it's a disease that we still need to learn a whole lot more about, and so I think that it's a perfect opportunity to shine the spotlight on.
Yeah. Today we are shining the spotlight bright on Alzheimer's disease, and we are so honored to have Lou Allen Barkin here, President and CEO of the New York City chapter of the Alzheimer's Association, to shine that light on the disease and tell us a little bit about it and how we can get involved. So thank you so much for being here, Lou Allen.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm really honored to be here with this wonderful couple and listening to your stories, which really meant a lot to me, both personally and professionally. I came to this job out of retirement. I had two previous careers, one on Wall Street and one in government. And then I came out of retirement to take this position because I always say I'm too bossy to be a volunteer.
It's good
so
to
I decided to come in, and somebody said, come in as the CEO. And I've been leading this organization for 11 years, and we have grown dramatically. The good news is we're growing dramatically to serve the people who need us. And I guess the unfortunate news is that we're growing dramatically because there's so much need.
There's a need.
In the absence of an effective therapy, the best therapy is good care. And you may all know that at the moment, Alzheimer's is the only disease in the top 10 without any effective therapy to cure the disease, prevent it, or treat it. And so what we know is that care that my mother gave my father, and obviously your father gave your grandmother, that really is the best therapy. So our investment in the Alzheimer's Association, the New York City chapter, is to expedite the delivery of that care. That we want people to call our helpline and get our services, all of which are free to anyone who needs them, thanks to the generosity of the community we serve. We're very proud of that.
I wanted to talk about Julianne Moore, who just won the Oscar for Still Alice. In her acceptance speech, she spoke about Alzheimer's disease, and she spoke about how it's not a normal part of aging and how we have to come together. And is that important to the Alzheimer's Association?
It's very important. I will say that among the resources that we have that are unique, particularly in New York, is celebrity presence. I mean, celebrities lend their name to our work. The story as it plays out is consistent with a lot of what we see. She came to us to prepare for the role. And she was, I understand she was very disciplined. She told the producers that she wasn't going to do one thing, not even run in the park, until she had prepared. So she spent a lot of time with our early stage clients and with our staff to prepare and better understand. A lot of what you see on the screen are things that she observed in the people that we work with. And her engagement with us is priceless. I mean, it's a priceless asset.
How can people get involved? Now, granted, funds, of course, but what else does the Alzheimer's Association need? Do they need volunteers? Do they need time? Do they need supplies? How can we get involved? How can the viewer get involved?
The most important thing that people can do, no exception, is to become a registered advocate for our work. If you go to our website, there's a place to register as an advocate, and then on an ongoing basis, whenever there is an action, usually at the federal level, but occasionally at the state or the city level, there's an email that goes out, and simply we ask people to sort of respond and send it to the elected representative.
Now, of course, the purpose of Spotlight On is for you to look inside yourself and see if this cause speaks to you, if you want to get involved. And if it has, let's tell everyone again the website.
The website is www.alznyc.org. 1-800 number is 1-800-272-3900.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much. And if you do want to get involved, please do. Please take that action. Share, donate, get involved in some way. And of course, we always ask you,